First thing you have to remember in order to move forward and ultimately stand on based on wherever you are is that you got to be reminded of the fact that you are a priority to God. The fact that God says, the fact that the word of the Lord says that I will guide you continually suggests that I will give you direction and instruction. Somebody don't believe me. Isaiah 43 says it like this. If you still don't believe, why? Because you say my life, Reverend, my life doesn't reflect the fact that I'm a priority guy. Well, let's go back to it. Let me clarify. Let me cross-reference word with word. Isaiah chapter 43, verse 1 and 2, he says, fear not, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by your name. You are mine. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And through the waters, they shall not overflow you. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, nor shall the flame kindle upon you. He goes on to say, I gave Ethiopia and Egypt and Sheba for your ransom. Why? Because I've called you by my name. Oh, somebody still don't believe me. Let's go back to the word one more time. John chapter 15, verse 16. He says this. Somebody still don't believe it. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit that will last, and so that whatever you ask in my name, did you hear that? Whatever you ask in my name, the Father will give it to you. Now just look at what it says in that verse for somebody who still don't believe that they're a priority. Number one, it says, I picked you. I chose you. And this is Jesus ultimately speaking to his disciples in that while there was a chasm that existed between us and God, in that while we were yet sinners, in that while we didn't deserve grace, in that while we didn't deserve mercy, in that while we didn't deserve another opportunity, he says, I still chose you. You wasn't thinking about me, but I still chose you. So you've been identified and picked. But then he says, not only have I chose you, I positioned you to produce. He said that I chose you, then I appointed you so that you might bear fruit. So not only am I going to pick you, I'm going to put you in a position to be productive. But then he says, not only have I chose you, am I going to put you in a position to be productive. He said, not only that you bear fruit, but fruit that's going to last. I've chosen you to produce fruit. And so that love, that joy, that peace, that kindness, that gentleness, that long suffering, and that self-control is the fruit that you've been chosen to produce. But I'm not only going to just allow you to produce fruit, that fruit going to be around. It's going to have some staying power. But not only have I given you staying power, he says, and so that whatever you ask in my name, that the Father may give it to you, I've also given you a pathway and the access to blessing. I done chose you. Then I'm going to position you to produce. Then I'm going to allow what you to produce because it looks like me to stay around. And then on top of that, I'm going to give you access so that you can continue to be blessed. That's how much of a priority that you are to God. So it says that the Lord going to guide us. But then it says, not only am I going to guide you continually, look at what it says back still in the verse 1, and satisfy your soul in drought. So not only am I going to give you direction and instructions, I'm going to satisfy you. And satisfy simply means I'm going to fulfill and enrich your soul during the process. So I'm going to give you some instruction, and I'm going to give you some correction, and I'm going to give you some direction, and I'm going to also give you some protection, but I'm also going to enrich you. But not only am I going to enrich you, he says, and I'm going to strengthen your bones. The notion of strengthening to brace up or equip. So, Lord, you mean to tell me, just look at the verbs in the text. Lord, you're going to guide me. Lord, you're going to satisfy me. And then you're going to strengthen me. You love me that much. And what you ultimately see is what? Holistic care. What you see is mind, body, and spirit. Mind, spirit, and body. Mind in terms of, I'm going to change your mind so that you are transformed and not conformed. And as a result of a changed mind, Then I'm going to enrich your life so that what you touch, where you are, ultimately will produce fruit. Then after that, I'm going to actually heal and take care of your body. Why? So that you can continue to bear fruit, so that my name can continue to be represented, and so that other folk will look at your life and not look at you and give you all the praise and give you all the honor and give you all the glory. But as a result of them looking at you, they will know that I am real.